Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Just here, back my channel. We're back with reaction to From. This is season 2, episode 5, Lullaby. And after this episode, we will officially be halfway through the second season. Last time felt more or less like a setup episode. I even mentioned it during my recap that there was a lot of seeds being planted there. And my new prediction for one of those seeds involves a douchebag with a shaved head, because now that he's been cut off from everybody and the rest of the town, I feel like it's only a matter of time before the monsters go to him and he starts working with them, very much like Sarah was in season 1. So yeah, I can't wait to see how it all plays out, because as I said before, you guys have told me that this season gets freaking crazy. So I think I'm just about ready to jump right in and check it out and see if Boyd is ready to get rid of these worms as well. So if you guys look at my full reaction to the show, link to my Patreon is down in the description below, or subscribe to the channel. Now's a very good time. Click that button down below. Smash like water there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go. And what did I just say? I just said in my intro. That didn't take long at all. Oh my God, they're all there.
Hi.
Grandma.
Is the phone in there?
You think this is scary?
Yes.
What am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to be pissing myself? But you can't get in here because there's a fucking rock in the fucking window!
Don't taunt them.
See ya.
I don't like that.
You don't fucking walk away from me!
I do want to know more about the milkman, though. Jade is pure I Am Legend. I mentioned it before, but in the book, Robert Neville, the lead character, the Will Smith character, he just gets drunk, blackout drunk every single night. Oh! What the fuck? What does it mean?
Motherfucking God! God!
Knocking like the damn police.
Boyd! Hey, get back downstairs. Stay
What up here?
I'll handle this.
Where is she?
Hey, look, hey, can we just calm down? There's
She's
a
trying
lot
to
of
kill their
things
son.
you don't understand.
Really? What? That she hears voices? If you ever come near my family again, I swear to God, I will fucking kill you. Boyd! I shouldn't be here.
No shit. She's been ripped apart.
I'm not strong enough for this.
That part I can't help you with. So you better figure it out.
Yeah, that's on you, Sarah. You're strong enough to slit your brother's throat.
I want to see her. I want to see Sarah.
I'm surprised for you. What? Okay.
Kind of surprised.
Close your eyes.
No. Is that a shirt from home?
How do you even have this? Are you kidding?
Like, I don't hate this, but I still prefer her and Kenny. I ship them. Okay, I'm growing more fond of this.
Maybe remember?
But my boy! Oh, this was her home. Let's see, all the houses in the town look the same.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
That's my coat.
This is my brother's jacket.
Not anymore, it's not. Put it down and get the fuck out.
I just want her things. There was this small ceramic ornament about this big. Do you remember?
He just fucking told you no.
You'd be a little bit more helpful, but...
And it's really creepy that you're here right now, so please just put the coat down and go away.
Just take the jacket and go. And lock your door. This place of all places, you should be locking your door. I don't know what the point of this is.
You don't look good.
What are you doing?
Oh, what do you care?
I'm trying to figure out the symbol that you refused to help me with.
Despite the fact that you clearly know something, you're not telling me.
Well, I'll tell you what I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, first, you have to do something for me. I want you to play.
What? Oh, he must have liked what he heard.
The fuck is wrong with you?
If you play, I'll tell you about the man in the photo. Come with me.
Okay, all right. This took me all fucking night.
Mom?
Hey. Hey.
I remember what you told me yesterday about this place, how scary it is. But when you're on a quest, you have to face the scary things. That's how you take their power away.
By the rules of this town, the rules you created, that girl should have gone in the box the second you found her. Voices or no voices. Do you see a yellow brick fucking road leading us home?
Ron always tells it like it is.
You want the truth?
I respect her so much.
I don't think this has anything to do with going home. I think this is about Abby.
Hit the nail on the head.
I think you shot your wife. And every morning since, you wake up wishing you'd done more.
Uh-oh.
Sarah?
He has something he wants to say to you.
Fuck you.
Everyone thought you died. But you didn't. You lived. Out in the woods. Only monsters live in the woods.
Ooh, tell her.
You're a monster.
Oh! I've been waiting for somebody to say this to her.
And I'm not afraid of you.
Ethan just went up like 10 levels on my like list right now. My favorite characters. I was about to say, he's a mature kid. He's probably going to be the bigger man here. Bigger man than I could be. And he was still. But he hit her hard with it. We haven't seen this. Junkyard. Previous travelers.
Well, once I was alone, I didn't want to look at the cars anymore, so I put them where I couldn't see them. Here.
That was his.
This is where you play.
Oh, thank God. This was your mother's car.
Yeah. Made the connection. He's got some skills. It's actually a nice moment for him.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
Stay away from her.
Do you live here in town?
I guess right now I live here.
I figured a priest would live here or something.
There used to be.
Yeah, he had his throat ripped out. Not too long ago, actually.
I go every Sunday with my grandma to church.
My brother and I, we used to collect these little ceramic Christmas ornaments from the dollar store in town.
Is he here now?
Is he in this room right now? Oh, yes. He's kind of everywhere.
He was.
Yeah, about that.
What happened to the ornament?
It's here. I think the person who has it won't want to give it back.
Hey.
He's gonna get it for her.
He's a muscle. Happy to talk to him. How come you don't stay up at the Cullen house? I mean, the people up there seem friendly for the most part.
Because she's a killer.
Did you do something that needs forgiving?
Yeah.
I killed my brother.
Maybe I should,
Yeah, get the fuck out of there. And now it makes sense why she's there by herself.
Nice meeting you too.
This fun will have lasted. Man, she works so hard. She needs another helper. Another one, not her.
I'm sorry.
Don't forgive her. I know she will.
You take from me. I take care of you. But you...
Oh, man.
You put hate inside me.
I don't want to see her cry.
I know why you come. You take and go. You never come here, this place. You never come again.
Oh! Shit. Alright. She handled that well. She has anger in her heart, but she kept it civil.
Are you kidding me?
Kenny, Kenny,
What?
Kenny, please, Kenny, please.
Give me that. This stuff? Huh? This is your stuff, right? What is this? This important to you? Huh?
Kenny.
This is meaningful?
Kenny, please.
This mean a lot to you?
Don't, please.
Fuck you. You ever come near my mom again, and I swear to God, I will drag your fucking psycho ass in that box myself. Do you understand?
I feel like it might be a little bit out of character for Kenny, but she's responsible for killing his father, man. I do always look at Kenny like he's the good guy, though. Like he's always going to do the right thing. So that kind of took me back a bit.
Oh, excuse me.
Tilly!
Hi. Hi. I was looking for Christy.
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
Since you're the resident Quincy. I was hoping I could give you this.
What's this?
Why are you carrying around liquid morphine?
Cancer?
When were you diagnosed?
About a month ago.
I'll take care of it, okay?
Thank you. Well, you're better off in here anyway. Oh, there's lots of hubbub flying around now that Sarah girl's back.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what?
She didn't know.
This was his car.
So who was this guy?
He seemed nice at first. He made people laugh. That wasn't an easy thing to do back then. People liked him. Then he changed.
Changed how?
Crazy.
I haven't had a good night's sleep since I fucking got here, and I'm seeing things that are scaring the shit out of me, and it's all because of this. And whoever this Christopher guy was, he saw it too. He saw it, he obsessed over it, he drew 1,000 fucking
connection
times.
there.
So you playing your whole weird, creepy mystery man routine, it's not exactly helping me feel any better. When did he start seeing the symbol?
I don't know.
Jade's a
What
character.
does it
I
mean?
don't know.
What the fuck do you know?
You gotta remember, Victor's like a big kid, too. Can't be too hard on him.
I know these things are scary, and I know that these aren't things that you really want to talk about, but I am at the end of my rope.
Everyone died. Christopher started seeing that symbol. Things changed.
She's off doing her own missions.
I'm here.
Don't talk to them.
I'm here.
Don't provoke them. On Cooey.
I'm not afraid of you.
I am. What the hell?
I don't agree with what you did, but I looked at that girl today and I didn't see a psychopath. I didn't see a vicious killer. I saw a broken kid. Seen a lot of people pushed to their edge.
Okay.
You ever wonder if maybe that's the point? We heard a voice on the radio. I think people are watching us. I think people are listening.
Jim?
Now, there are experiments like this going all the way back to World War II.
Gotta go, Jim.
Man, I feel like there's still a million different possibilities and theories out there.
Yin-Chen?
His arm again. She's like smiling back at first.
I was hoping we could talk.
Alright guys, that was from Season 2, Episode 5. We are officially halfway through the second season. And I gotta say, I actually really enjoyed that episode right from the very start. Just like I said in my intro, with that one douchebag with the shaved head, he's gonna be an issue. And right away, he started taunting these monsters too. That is not the route that I would go if I was out there alone by myself, living out of that bus. And right away, I love the fact that as soon as the episode started, they're just surrounding the bus, already taunting him too, I guess, like trying to get at him, knocking at him. And I would not go that route though. He's just like, oh, you see the stone up here? This is the only thing that's keeping you guys out. Like, Then they start walking away like, all right, see ya. We'll see you later. So I don't know if they're planning something else, but the fact that we now have seen the monsters jab a rod through a girl's head and stick her to a tree while still alive, like these are the things that they're actually capable of. So yeah, if they're gonna kill me, I would want to be as nice as possible to them. So when they do kill me, I go easily. But I feel like he probably is gonna end up working with them, but I don't know what he's up to too. He's just like chilling on top of the bus. Like I feel like he's trying to plan something too. I don't know if he's gonna set up a trap for them, maybe try to capture one of them. We shall see. But actually that'd be probably a good plan. Why has anybody ever done that before? We haven't seen it, but I wonder in the history of this town if anybody has actually tried to capture one of these monsters and then hold it during the day, even question it during the day. But we do see it goes into like I don't know, like a batonic state kind of, or catatonic state where it just sleeps during the day, almost like a bat though also, but that might just be in the darkness. Or is it like a vampire too? Will it go up in ashes upon sunlight? But I gotta say, I would actually love to see an experiment like that in the show play out. But yeah, there's actually a lot of interesting stuff that went down this episode. Not too much action, but there was a boss moment from Ethan. That might have been my favorite moment of the episode. At first I was like, where we first saw this episode, once he learned that Sarah was back, and that's really what this episode was overall about. Just basically everybody learning that Sarah is back and how they react to it. And we saw how pretty much most of the town reacted. Obviously the new people don't really know her. Elgin, he had a nice moment with her. I felt like she really needed that moment, even though she's a character that I do not like. I think you guys can tell that. You guys know that. I've been saying that since the very beginning. I'm not a fan of Sarah's, but even still, it was a nice moment for her in the church where Elgin was just treating her like a normal person, wasn't treating her like a killer, even though she is. And then shortly after, or shortly into the conversation, out comes the truth. She just fully admits it. She didn't even have to tell him. But regardless of that, the fight after with Kenny, and I definitely want to talk about that, he was still there to help her afterwards. So I guess it didn't really matter in the end. But that kind of just shows what type of person that Elgin is as well. But first, I want to talk about the Ethan conversation. Then we'll go to the Kenny moment involving Sarah as well. This was very a Sarah-centric episode. But first we saw Ethan. He was like cowered in his room, like didn't even want to open his door. Like that's how shook he was, just knowing that Sarah is back. His killer has come back to kill him. So yeah, I was a little bit worried at first. He's like, I want to see her. I want to actually talk to her. But I get it though too, because real story, I'm not going to get into real details here, but just very briefly, my real life, when I was a kid, 11, 12 years old, I actually lost my mom. My mom was murdered, real life. And then the person that actually did it, he was caught right away. And while incensing, and the police actually came to my home. I was in foster home at the time. They came to talk to me. They actually asked if I have any questions for them. And I think one of the things I actually said, if I remember, is, do I get to see him, or do I get to talk to him? Because I had some questions for myself. Obviously, I did not, but that was just a question that I asked them. And I remember the police officer saying too, like, that was actually very mature of you to ask, but then he kind of explained why it couldn't happen for obvious reasons. But I kind of get just the reason why I'm bringing that up here is I relate to that moment with Ethan too, because never mind a family member killer, just his potential killer, he wants to confront them himself face to face for himself, even as a kid. And I kind of wanted to do the same thing. So I fully get that. And actually, because of that, I think that's actually really good writing as well. So job well done to the writers there. Is it like John Bender or something like that? But yeah, they've been on a bender of good writing. So I really do appreciate that writing there. But the actual moment that we did get with Ethan confronting Sarah, when Jim was there as well, and it was definitely a good thing that Tabitha wasn't there, because she was off on her own little quest. She's like seeing dead kids. I do not know what's going on with that. She's playing with Jenga, Blair Witch blocks, and stones. Like, what the hell is going on? This show, like, they throw so much at you. You try to figure it out, but they don't give you enough information to figure it out, or they keep it enough of a mystery. But the moment with Ethan that I absolutely loved, where I wasn't sure how he was actually going to talk to her, if he was just going to forgive her, because I was like, Ethan's a good kid, man. He's obviously just he's gonna find it in his heart to forgive her, and let her know that, and let her know that she's not a bad person. But that was not the case at all. He's just like, don't fuck with me. Like, I'm not afraid with you. You were out in the woods. That's where the monsters are. The monsters are in the woods. You were out in the woods because you're a monster. You belong in the woods with the monsters. I was like, ooh, that was like a mic drop moment on behalf of Ethan. His best moment in this entire series so far. So he's gone up like 10 stages, 10 levels on my likability list, my like list of favorite characters, my tier list in the show. So yeah, I got to give him a round of applause. That was freaking awesome. Really enjoyed that moment. I think even Jim was taken back, like, holy shit, my son said that? You're like, yo, I'm proud of my son right now. So that was a great freaking moment. Then he walked away like a boss. Then at the end of the episode too, it was almost like, for anybody that's seen the later seasons of The Walking Dead, was it season 10 bonus episode? I think the Negan episode of season 10? Yeah, season 10, where basically he comes back to spoiler, comes back to Alexandria, but it's not a major spoiler. It's just a moment like that where Maggie is like looking at him like, you've come back here? Really? You know I'm here and you've come back here? And he just looks over at her. He's like, he gives a little smile and like smirk and laugh. So I'm like, yo, pure Negan moment there. But it wasn't even a smirk or smile or laugh. Like she tried to do it like, oh, okay, we're cool now. She tried to smile at Ethan. And then Ethan looked at her like, bitch, I will cut your throat if you even try to come over here. So really appreciate that moment. That was freaking dope. Ethan is a G, man. I know he can be super annoying at times. Like even I think sometimes like, come on, Ethan, you got to simmer down a little bit, dial it back a few levels, but he's always got like 1,000,001 questions, but that was a freaking badass moment there. But I don't really hold him at fault for most of the time of being annoying too, because he is just a kid and he does have a kind heart for the most part. But that's part of the reason why I was so taken back by that moment, and the same reason why I was so taken back by the Kenny moment as well, where Kenny confronted Sarah. Everybody was freaking confronting Sarah this episode, where Kenny was confronting her though after she went to see his mom, and just the way that she handled as well, like, because she fully admitted like, yeah, I'm responsible for killing your husband, so Kenny's father, so she deserves it. And then even though what was her damn name? Tian Chang. She didn't take out her anger on Sarah. Like she obviously went back to the kitchen and like started slamming pots and pans around. That just shows the type of person that she is. Like she tried her best to keep it civil and not really take her anger out on Sarah. Just unleashed it in the back room. So man, I felt so bad for her too, because every time I see that old woman tearing up too, it gets me. I'm gonna tear up right now because of it. So I feel like that woman worked so hard. She did a great job raising Kenny. And then Kenny, this episode also, right after when that all went down, I was taken back by that as well. But I get it also because, yes, he's confronting his father's killer, the person responsible for his father being killed. His father would still be here right now if it wasn't for Sarah. So the fact that he saw her carrying the box of her belongings, her and Nathan's belongings, and then we learned this episode as well, she went back to her own house, and then she also had that conversation with Elgin about that very special commemorative piece, memoirs or whatever. And then Kenny, that was exactly what he went for. He saw her grab it once he dumped the box, and he smashed that thing to shit. She was even picking up the pieces of that. Elgin helped her out afterwards, but goddamn, that was a rough moment. Even Kenny like threatened her life too. He's like, if you ever come near my mother again, I will kill you. So wow, that was an intense moment. Very hard to see, kind of like taken back by that moment as well, because that's not typically who Kenny is. He's the type of person, yes, we're only like a season and a half in the show, but I feel like I know this character very well already. Kenny's the type of guy where he pretty much always does the right thing, as hard as it is for him to do. Like we've seen it with Jade as well. Going back to season 1, as annoying as Jade was at first, pissing off absolutely everybody. If it was just Donna, she would have like pulled out the shotgun or grabbed an axe and like pointed it in his direction. But no, it was actually Kenny that kind of took Jade under his wing, took him to his own home, even when he was being at his absolute most annoying and his worst, and just showed like, hey, no, my home is your home. He was the better man, the bigger person. So in this moment, I gotta say, I don't hold Kenny at fault, but he was not the bigger man. He was not the better person in his moment. So you guys know Kenny's my freaking favorite. Most of the times I will have his back, and even though I do get where he's coming from in that moment, I don't know if I have his back in that certain circumstance. But another big, or a couple of big, multiple revelations in a row was Tilly, this older woman. At first I was very suspicious of her because I'm like, she's always around, and she did it this episode too, where she hears things and she drops these little Tilly nuggets upon another group or another person, and then she knows they're gonna react. But I don't know if she knows she's doing these things, but it seems to always work out that way. But yeah, this episode we found out she actually has cancer. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it was with the morphine. That's why she was always carrying it around when Christy was questioning her about that, and that obviously hit close to home. So apologies if I teared up there a little bit as well, but you guys know my situation right now with my family members. So I was like, of course. As soon as I heard that, I was like, of course. That was a little bit rough to see, but it also makes me obviously more sympathize with the Tilly character. Maybe not hold so much against her, because at first I was like, wait, is she like a potential villain here? Because she seems to like pop up at weird places and like drop these little tilly nuggets, but now I feel like a lot more on her side. I kind of feel bad for, like, I don't know, thinking that she was almost like a villain or something. So I'm glad that wasn't the case, but I don't want to see her suffer in the show now that she's like an older woman and she's potentially dying of cancer or suffering with it. Man, that's rough to see. So that was a big revelation. But later on in the episode, after that, after we find out why she's carrying around the morphine, I guess Christy takes it off her hands, keeps it at the hospital or the clinic. We see Christy's girlfriend or her partner, fiance, go in there. Are they still, I guess they're still officially partners or fiancés, are still officially engaged, because they got pretty close this episode, which is nice to see. But my boy Kenny, I feel so bad for him too. He's going through it right now. But going back to her partner with the morphine, she went right forward. I didn't even know you could do that. Honestly, I thought you kind of had to inject it, but I guess it all goes to the same place. Maybe it just doesn't hit as hard or is as effective. And I guess she didn't want to do that too because the track marks as well. But I guess she has an addiction, and she did look a little bit strung out too. So that's going to be very interesting to see moving forward and how that all plays out. But one of the main things I'm really looking at moving forward is that one bald douche and him confronting those monsters and taunting those monsters. And are they actually going to get to him? Are they going to set a trap for him, or is he going to start working with them? I don't know. We shall see. But I'm definitely intrigued by that whole circumstance and that whole storyline there, that whole plot thread or thread of a plot or whatever you want to call it. Regardless, I'm keeping my eye on that douche because I feel like something's going to go down with him before the season is over. But I love the fact also this episode that Jim went right to Boyd. Pretty much like all the people that are really in the know of things. Jade, Victor, they obviously had their little side quest this mission or this episode as well. But I feel like Jade, Victor, Donna, Jim, and Boyd, those are like the main ones that are really sharing information amongst each other. Tabitha, she's not really sharing as much this episode. She went on her own little side quest. She didn't even tell anybody about that, so I don't know what the hell is going on with her. But all the rest that I did name just now, I feel like they're all sharing information very well with each other, which I really do like to see. But this episode in particular, Jim going to Boyd, letting him know about that voice, and I really want to see whose voice it actually was, but at the same time, I kind of don't, because I feel like it'll be a little bit of a disappointment whenever it is actually revealed. So yeah, things are really picking up right now. I'm absolutely loving this season. Can't wait to see where things go. So I think I'm gonna end it there, guys. As always, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like, subscribe, really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough